Hey guys, this is our video for after the third race so far this year at the stadium. Typical draw race for the 4-car. So far this year for the qualifying races, we've got a third place finish and a second place finish. And for the 2 draw races that we've had, which was the second 25 lapper and the 100 lap draw this week, we've got a 10th place finish and an 8th place finish. So obviously the draw races are not our strong point right now. But to be consistent and win championships at Bowman Gray, they have to be. You can't just say, well, we did bad because it was a draw race. That's still not acceptable. We still have to perform, even though you take the chance of getting a bad starting spot. So, but this week there were 27 cars started the race, and we drew 27th. I always thank my sponsors. Especially Doug Adams. Doug's one of our great sponsors and especially a great friend. Him and Wendy both. But I'm not thanking Doug this week for the draw. Wendy was actually supposed to come draw. That's Doug's girlfriend, and she got sick and didn't make it to the race. So I left it up to Doug to go in there and take care of business. And when he came out shaking his head, I kind of figured it wasn't good. So. We started dead last in a 100 lap race at the stadium, and one of those deals you hope for the best, and that's all we could do the other night was just survive and make the best out of a bad situation. We ended up finishing 10th, which is not a bad run, 27th to 10th in a 100 lap race, but that's not getting the job done. We're a better race team than that. We shouldn't finish 10th the way the car's running right now, and as hard as my guys have been working and stuff, but. That's part of the deal. We ended up getting in a couple crashes. I went to the pits one time. If you were at the race, you probably saw the 5-gallon bucket full of dirt in the front nose of the car where we got shoved out through the infield one time, and I had to come in the pits and get that cleaned out because it was making the motor run hot. So after being in a couple wrecks and going in the pits and coming back out and having to start last again, 10th's not so bad, but that's in the past. We got 25 lappers this weekend. It's a qualifying race. There is a draw race for the second race, as everybody knows, the Madhouse Scramble to invert for the second race. But our goal is to go over there this weekend and qualify on the pole and win the first race. That's the focus this weekend for the 4 teams. So we got a good shot at it. Our qualifying's been pretty on point this year. So we don't have any excuses this weekend. But it is what it is. The car came back in one piece. Minor damage in the front end, just a little, do a little fabricating, a little cosmetic work will be fixed back up. But I always, like I said earlier, Doug Adams with Adams Towing helps us out a lot, one of our sponsors. But it's not just Doug that helped this race team going, that helps us keep going every week. We've also got John Fitzgerald, probably the best attorney in the Forsyth County area. I think he does several other counties also, but he specializes in DUIs and stuff like that, getting you out of trouble. So if you ever get in trouble, and I'm not wishing trouble on anybody, but if you ever get in trouble, John Fitzgerald will sure take care of you. Mark Terry, Corks, Caps, and Taps is officially open this week. Go by there, you can have a beer, you can have a glass of wine. They got wine tasting, you can buy a bottle of wine. Mark and those guys are wonderful people. They were on board with us last year. Nice, beautiful little place just to go hang out and have a drink and relax. After work, on your lunch break, whatever you want to do. I'm not trying to tell you that it's okay to go have a beer or anything on your lunch break, but I won't tell if you won't. So I also got Southern Vapes. They came on board with us this year. If you're trying to quit smoking, I tell you, it's I was skeptical. I didn't think it could be done, but I've cut back my smoking a whole lot thanks to Southern Vapes. With electronic cigarettes nowadays and the different flavors and stuff, it's a whole lot cooler than you think it is. I also got to throw in Wendell Edwards. Wendell's son and grandson Marty and Zach help us on the race car, but Wendell's a huge part of this race team. He takes good care of us. When you got a guy that shows up at your shop with 5 12-packs of drinks and puts them in the refrigerator just so you guys got drinks to drink during the week while they work on the car, I mean, you just don't understand how something that small can mean that much to a race team. But Wendell takes real good care of us. Mark Moorfield helps us out, a little bit. He buys our coffee and stuff for us. He takes care of us. But I also got to thank Mark Joyce, especially this week with the deal we got coming up this weekend with some new shirts that we're coming out with some special edition. Mark's really helping us out and not making a profit on this stuff so that we can donate this money where it needs to be with MJ Graphics. Mark is he does all our t-shirts and stuff, makes our decals for us. That kind of stuff really matters when you got a race car, and especially like us with more than one car, it really makes a difference. But don't forget this weekend, we're having a fundraiser at the racetrack this weekend. We're donating all our profits and stuff to the Armed Forces Foundation. I'm gonna have a special wrap on the roof of the car. If you donate anything, we got bracelets. We're gonna have some t-shirts. If you donate anything, you get to sign the roof of my car. We're gonna be at the racetrack from 3 o'clock to 4:30. Have lots of stuff going on there. And we've got some really cool shirts made up. These are the special edition Jason Myers shirts with the Marine Corps digital camo print that we're going to have this weekend. All the money for that goes to the Armed Forces Foundation. It's to help to raise money for the post-traumatic stress disorder veterans and the traumatic brain injury veterans. A lot of people don't realize how serious that stuff is. So, I think everybody out there knows somebody that's been in the war, been to Iraq or something, especially these younger guys that have just came home in the last few years. So come out to the racetrack this weekend. Like I said, from 3 o'clock to 4:30, you get to sign my race car. That's I don't let many people touch it, much less sign it. So it's gonna be a pretty big deal this weekend. So come out and see us. And not only this weekend are we racing at Bowman Gray on Saturday night, which is a every Saturday night thing for us, but Sunday afternoon, the Coma Tour Modified Series, sponsored by Coma Unwind, is going to be at Coastal Plains Speedway, which is in Jacksonville, North Carolina, which is right next to Camp Lejeune. So any of you military personnel out there, or just race fans down there in general, come by the racetrack, make a donation, buy a t-shirt. We've got limited edition digital camo Jason Myers shirts. Look real cool. Come by, sign the race car, check out a good race. You can talk to Bobby Gray. He'll be there. He can tell his story. He, just come out and have a good time. It's Memorial Day.